They were Americans, born here, raised here, imprisoned without a trial. It started with fear. After Japan bombed Pearl Harbor in December 1941, America panicked. But not just at Japan, at its own citizens. More than 120,000 Japanese Americans, most of them US-born, were seen as suspects, not neighbors. And in just weeks, they were ordered to leave everything behind. They were given a notice. Pack only what you can carry. Report to a train station. You're being relocated. People left homes, farms, businesses, pets, even children's toys. Not because they were guilty, but because they had Japanese blood. They didn't know where they were going, only that armed soldiers would be waiting. The camps were far from cities, isolated in deserts and swamps. 10 internment camps, surrounded by barbed wire and armed guards. Families lived in wooden barracks with no insulation. Food was basic. Privacy? Gone. Latrines had no doors. Showers had no walls. They weren't prisoners on paper. But they couldn't leave, not without permission from the government. They were US citizens, and they were locked up anyway. It took over 40 years for the US government to admit its mistake. In 1988, President Ronald Reagan signed the Civil Liberties Act, formally apologizing and offering $20,000 to each survivor. A grave wrong was done, he said. It must never happen again. But for many families, the damage was already done. Homes were lost, lives uprooted, trust shattered. This wasn't ancient history. Some survivors of those camps are still alive today. They were not enemies. They were Americans, and they deserved better. History repeats itself when we forget. If this story opened your eyes, don't let it disappear again. Like, share, and subscribe for more real stories the world tried to forget. Because remembering is the first step to never repeating.